he might have started after 4, but after this performance, he can't be number 4. Because here's the thing, Ocho.
How? It's
Mike
impossible.
Shanahan told us something very, very interesting. He says, you can lose your job because of injury. Because let me tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you get injured and you're out and a guy comes in and he's playing better than you before you got injured, it's his job now. Ask yourself, was Dylan Gabriel, before he got hurt, was he playing better than what you saw Shedeur Sanders do tonight? Well, Kenny Pickett, ask yourself this question. Was he playing better than what Shedeur was, than what Shedeur played tonight?
Yeah.
So if you can honestly answer those questions, okay.
Shannon Sharpe talks about Shedeur Sanders destroying his haters. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Shedeur shines in his first preseason game, 11 of 19, 103 yards passing, 2 TDs. You know Coach Prime was fired up. Yes, Lord. Yes, Shedeur Sanders. Oh, yeah, what now, Coach Prime? God is good. Shout out to Cocoa Butter Brothers for sending us this video. LeBron James even weighed in. That young king looking good out there. Shedeur Sanders, keep going up, head down, and grind, and head high to the most high. Jordan Schultz, text from a high-ranking AFC North executive on the Browns rookie. Shedeur Sanders, it's early, but wow, actually shocked how good he looks. Nike football, when you get your opportunity, create the next one. Only matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why people are surprised by the player Shedeur Sanders, what he did in college with that flimsy O-line, able to kind of maneuver and still put up some good numbers. All he needs is opportunity. So the media tried to make him look like a victim. So he stepped up to the plate, played good versus the first team of the Panthers defense, and he was able to make some plays to that receiver. Some good touch passes, getting out the pocket, getting the first down. Shedeur Sanders should be a starter in Cleveland.
Ocho.
Yeah.
We could pick 2 plays, Ocho. Well, damn, he missed the Sam Strong safety blitz where he had a guy ride over to the flat on 2nd and 18 and he skipped the ball to him. But you saw that over route that Brock Purdy throws so well in the San Francisco offense. You see him fit the ball into those small windows. Yeah. Did you see him on the move throw that touch pass? Now, the receiver made a great one-handed catch, but did you see the touch?
Yes.
Yeah, so on that one.
Take off. You go ahead.
Listen, I wanted to see what Shedeur would look like in a situation that wasn't advantageous to him. He didn't get any reps, as many reps as he should, to prepare himself, to be prepared for a game like this of this magnitude. Dylan Brooks hurt. Kenny Pickett hurt. Joe Flacco not playing. So the cards that he was dealt to go into this game, can you be a leader of men? Can you go in calm, show a presence of leadership, run the team, command the team, show that regardless of who's around you, you can still conduct yourself like quarterback one. He was calm, under pressure, went through his progressions, made some great throws, had some errant throws. You know, obviously that's what film is for. That's what the preseason is for. To fix the nooks and the crannies, to get him out. He looked like he belonged,
Yeah, if he had more snaps with the first team and just more play in practice, I think it's safe to say whatever numbers he got probably would have been doubled. So instead of 2 touchdowns, give him 4. Give him probably about 350, 400 yards possibly, especially in a preseason setting when he's getting a majority of the minutes. So Shedeur looked great out there with limited snaps in practice with the first team. Maybe this can kind of get him going with that first team starting Monday or whenever they go back to practice. He put the front office on notice like, either you're going to start me, let's start this era of Shedeur Sanders, or try to go ahead and trade me before the trade deadline. Matthew Stafford is hurt. That could be a trade there, so don't be surprised if Shedeur is a starter or they work on a trade to get him out of there so he can get a great opportunity on another team.
He looked different.
He did.
And Andrew Berry, you made the right call. Mm-hmm. There's a reason that you wanted him. There's no reason he should have dropped as far as he did. You cannot tell me, as any scout of those 32 teams that didn't need a starting quarterback, for those that needed a quarterback and were in need of one, watch film on Shedeur Sanders and what he did at Jackson State and what he did at Colorado and say, you know what? No, that's not my guy. The quote you just read from the scout in the AFC North, if you watch film, what did you expect him to look like?
Mm-hmm.
He looked exactly like he looked in Colorado. He looked exactly like he looked at Jackson State. Calm under pressure, in the pocket, going through progressions, making the right throws. That's what we expected to see.
Yeah, think about how comfortable he looked in a preseason game. Imagine with an O-line that starts, a team that can actually protect him, giving him enough time to make those passes. So if he looked that great in his first preseason game with limited snaps, imagine a regular season game. Things will be much more tougher, but as long as he got pros there defending him on that O-line, has elite receivers, I think it'll be good for Shedeur Sanders. So again, hopefully this opened up the coaching staff to give him some more running practice and possibly be a starter before week 4.
What they expected to see and what some hope to see might be two entirely different things.
Talk to me now.
Now, hope, man, I sure hope this happens, man. Versus expect to see. What I wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see exactly what you wanted to see. I wanted to see, could he play with poise? Could he throw the ball with conviction? Could he be decisive? Could he go through his progressions? The pocket collapses. Could he take off? He showed me some of everything. I'm the over route, threw it on timing, guy in his face, led him, boom, dropped it right in the bucket. He fit those balls, pressure in his face, the second touchdown, pressure in his face, the first touchdown, the corner slumps off, the flat, the safety is hugging him. He fits it in, gets it in, boom. On the move, the touch pass over the top. As I mentioned at the top, the receiver did make a great play, but Shedeur had a nice loft. That's not an easy throw to make.
One of the tough ones.
He was impressive tonight.
Very.
And a lot of people, they were in the chat last night. Let's see what Shedeur does. Let's see what Shedeur does. Well,
hold on. You know what they're going to say now? Oh, it's the preseason. Oh, he's not playing against their starters. Oh, he's playing against the
hell, he didn't have the starters either.
Well, hello?
Yeah, again, that's what they're going to say. Even I'm saying it too, like, good game by Shedeur, but we got to see him versus starting level competition in the NFL. But this is a good start for him. 5th round pick, kind of getting trashed in the media, trashed with his organization, but he still got an opportunity, and he was able to shine with limited practice with the first team, not getting a lot of snaps in practice. He still was able to kind of show out. So either way, great game by Shedeur. I want to see him versus NFL level competition, starting competition, but he's en route to have a solid season as long as he creates an opportunity for himself.
I didn't see Jared Judy. I didn't see Njoku. I didn't see the starting offensive line.
No Cedric Tillman. So this is what I have to say to those who are going to have another excuse. They're going to move the goalposts, right? They're going to move the goalposts and say, well, he wasn't going against the Panther starters. Well, obviously, if he's not going against the Panther starters, or if he doesn't have his starters as well, and what he has at his disposal and look that good with the 2s and 3s and maybe the 4s that are trying to make the team, what do you think is going to happen when he has the main characters in there around him?
Right.
Yeah, he should look better once he has starting level players around him. But again, will he get that opportunity? Did he kind of open up the eyes of the front office to stop playing games with him, allow him to be that starter, or at least ramp up to be the starter by week 1? If Joe Flacco is out, Pickett is out, Dylan Gabriel, don't know how he got drafted over him, but he's injured. You sign Snoop, but he's more there just as a serviceable quarterback if all else fails. But Shedeur Sanders should be the starting quarterback. I think it's time for the Cleveland Browns to stop playing games and go ahead and turn over the franchise to Shedeur Sanders.
Makes your job a little bit easier. That are a little bit better at their position than those that he's playing with tonight. What you think gonna happen?
Well, they can try to move the goalpost, but I ain't trying to kick a field goal or PAT, so I'm going to score anyway. And Shedeur Sanders scored tonight. I'm going to give credit where it's due. 14-23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. He got 2 sacks. Like I said, we can nitpick a couple of things. The strong safety, the Sam Strong safety blitz. Probably like, you know what? But it looked like he was telling the guy, bro, I need you to hook up on that. You're probably not going to be able to outrun the safety. Lamar Jackson, hold on to the ball a little longer because he can outrun the safety. Josh Allen, same thing. That's not Shedeur. Shedeur is not a mobile quarterback. He's going to do the majority of his damage is going to be in the pocket, Ocho.
Yeah, can he be a version of an Aaron Rodgers? Someone that's not fast, not going to avoid a lot of tackles, but he's capable of getting out the pocket, getting a first down, and keeping a play alive. So I think Shedeur could possibly be on his way to being a different version of an Aaron Rodgers. Great with touch passes, has the intangibles, not the fastest quarterback, but he should be able to make plays and extend plays.
Right.
Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but he has the athleticism. That's not what he's known for. Go ahead, Ocho.
But this is the thing. What he lacks in athleticism and inability to get out the pocket, he has great pocket presence, huh? Being able to move and being able to not telegraph, but understand when that clock is ticking and when it's time to get up out of there.
Right.
He can move extremely well within the pocket without having to take sacks. What about the third down, huh? The third down when he scrambled, the D-line ran a stunt. He was able to get outside of it.
You know what I like the most? He saw the stunt and took off immediately.
Yes.
That's what I like, Ocho. That's what I like. Oh, y'all. I don't know who's supposed to go first and who's supposed to. I don't know who's supposed to E or who's supposed to T, and I don't know who's supposed to T and who's supposed to E. But I tell you what, I'm gone.
And that just shows his natural ability, the natural feel for the game, having those intangibles, knowing how if things look a certain way, he's able to react in real time. So that's what you need to see with your quarterback, rookie quarterback. Can he feel out the game, knows if something is off, being able to take off on his feet, either throw the ball out of bounds or get it to the receiver or tight end as quick as possible before the defense reacts. Shedeur Sanders is ready to be a starter.
He's played himself. He might have started after 4, but after this performance, he can't be number 4. Because here's the fact, Ocho.
How? It's impossible.
Shanahan told us something very, very interesting. He says, you can lose your job because of injury. Because let me tell you what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you get injured and you're out and a guy comes in and he's playing better than you before you got injured, it's his job now. Ask yourself, was Dylan Gabriel, before he got hurt, was he playing better than what you saw Shedeur Sanders do tonight? Kenny Pickett, ask yourself this question. Was he playing better than what Shedeur was, than what Shedeur played tonight?
Yeah.
If you're going to honestly answer those questions, okay.
Yeah, I think Shedeur showed that it's pretty much him versus Joe Flacco. It's nobody else in the way. Pickett, Gabriel, Snoop, doesn't matter. It's between Joe Flacco and Shedeur Sanders. And if I'm the Cleveland Browns, you see the fan base that he has. You see the merch selling off the roof. You got to go ahead and let Shedeur Sanders be this starter. Not saying that he earned it, but I think he showed enough to where throw him in a regular season. Let him play the first 8 games. If he stinks up the joint, by all means, go ahead and put Joe Flacco in. But you shouldn't rush Joe Flacco back. If you got a Shedeur Sanders on that team, it's Shedeur Sanders versus Joe Flacco, and you got to start Shedeur Sanders right away.
And the thing about it, what people need to understand, for those that are in the chat, it's one thing to have joint practices. It's one thing to practice against yourself and look good against your players.
Yes.
Everything's scripted, huh? Everything is scripted, even defensively in those joint practices at times, because there's certain things they want to work on defensively, and there's certain things that you want to work on offensively. When you get into the game, nothing is shared from team to team.
Nah.
So it's a green light and everything going as if it's a real game. You're working your scheme, your game plan, and all you have to do is execute it in its simplest form, as simple as preseason games are from an offensive perspective in the way the plays are called. And he did that tonight to a hell of a job, one hell of a job tonight. And this is just something to continue to build off of, clean up. There were some mistakes. Obviously, there are going to always be mistakes and things you can get better at. Yeah. And as you continue to see different looks, you're not going to get many looks. Obviously, it's the preseason. Everything you see defensively will be very vanilla, cover 2. Sometimes you might throw in, man.
Don't count the plays, Ocho. Make the plays count.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it is. I didn't expect for him to play a perfect game. Teams aren't really running any type of exotic defenses. They're just really being blank out there, not putting too much out there. You don't want teams to start preparing for any of your defensive schemes. So again, you just do, some light defense, make the players run out there, break a sweat, try to see different coverages that you can do, but you're never going to show your full hand in the preseason. But either way, great game by Shedeur Sanders, showing that if you throw him out there in the mix, he's still going to be able to compete, make plays, and show that he can be a starter for the Cleveland Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders destroyed his haters.